What is up, guys? Make Runes here, and today I'm going to be talking about the first and last time I will ever do acid. And the reason I say this is because it ended up, for me, a night in the hospital, and not very fun. And to get this started, I ended up picking up the acid around like 9 o'clock, and yeah, I know, like, who would ever do an acid at fucking 9 o'clock, right? So I picked up the acid, and then I ended up smoking before I took it, and I know you're supposed to like put it under your tongue and like suck on it and play with it and then swallow it like 5 minutes later. And so I did that, and it didn't hit me until like the first 30 or 40 minutes, and then the uncontrollable laughter started to like take place, and I couldn't stop laughing even if I tried to. And I was trying to like just stop laughing and I couldn't. So after that, it was me and my girlfriend, but my girlfriend didn't do anything. She was supposed to like watch over me, and she was. And so we ended up like having sex, and I couldn't stop laughing, and I ended up making her cry, and I didn't mean to. And I ended up feeling like a piece of shit after that, and it really sucked. So after everything was good and alright, I started feeling like nauseous in a way, and then like it really fucking hit me hard, and by hard I mean fucking hard, man. Like, the room started shrinking, I started getting bigger, fucking my girlfriend was trying to calm me down, time was getting slower, it felt like I was in slow-mo. She was trying to calm me down by saying like shh with their lips, like, you know how people put like one finger in front of their lips and like try to go shh. Well, she was doing that, her voice like got really, really deep and slow, and it was like shh, and it like really freaked me out, and I felt like I was like living in a dream. And so to keep going on, I ended up like freaking out really bad, and it ended up me freaking out, and I had to go to the hospital. And that's not very fun when you're on acid, because you got all these doctors like surrounding you, fucking you're tripping, you don't know what the fuck's going on. I literally, while I was in the ambulance, I literally didn't know what the fuck was going on. Like, some guy, like, one of the people that were like riding the ambulance with you was talking to me. I didn't even know what the fuck he was saying. He was saying like something about how I looked familiar, and if he knew me or something. And I ended up saying like, you're scaring me, because like I didn't know what the fuck was going on. And like he was saying like, oh, like you look very familiar, and like I was scared I was gonna get fucking in trouble. So to go on, I ended up getting to the hospital, and it's like really hitting me. And I advise you guys not to do this, because you could end up like me and end up freaking out and being all paranoid and whatnot. And yeah, it could really end up bad. So yeah, don't do acid. But anyway, so later on that night, I was talking to like a psychiatrist or something. He was like sitting next to my bed, and they had me talking to him, because they probably thought I was fucking nuts, dude, because I didn't know what the fuck I was thinking. Like, I was out of the wrong mind state. It was unbelievable. And so I was talking to him, and it felt like I was dreaming. Like, you know how you're dreaming, and like you like think about like talking, and you're like talking in your dream, but you like don't say anything while you're like sleeping. Well, anyway, like I felt like I was sleeping, and I was like talking to the psychiatrist, and like I didn't know what the fuck I was telling him or anything. I just like was out of the wrong mindset. I thought I was sleeping. And so what I was dreaming, I was actually like telling the fucking psychiatrist, and it was really nuts. And so after all that, all the doctors left, and yeah, it got really crazy. My mom and my girlfriend showed up, and so the doctors, they were like talking in the background, and they sounded like fucking aliens. Like, their voices got all deep, and everything that they were saying was like repeating itself, and it was just slower. Like, they would say something, and it'd be like something, and it was just crazy. And then like I had this like thought in my mind that was like, bring me back to reality and shit. It was so nuts. And I wasn't like trying to think this way. It was just like the acid. And so after all that, it like really kicked in, and I woke up, and like I was looking at this doctor, and there was like colors all around his body, and as he was talking, I could literally see the words like coming out of his mouth, and it was nuts. And then I don't know what happened, if they put me to sleep or not, or if I passed out, but I ended up waking up. I ended up looking at my girlfriend, and I could see every single detail in the room. Like, I could see every crevice, everything in the room. Like, it was unbelievable. Every single detail. It really distorts, like, reality. Time doesn't exist on acid. It's so nuts. And so, yeah, as I was saying, I ended up looking at like the curtain, and the curtain started like changing material, and like it was spitting, and it was so nuts, and yeah, just a really bad time. And so I was looking at the ceiling, and like every single spot on the ceiling was moving, and it was just so crazy. And that's why you shouldn't do acid, and it's a fucking crazy experience, and that's why I'll never do it again. But yeah, that about wraps it up, and yeah, see you later, guys.